Hi everyone, welcome back to Mr. Free Hugs. I'm Chris, and I'm going to share with you guys Princess Cinderella from the Disney store. So I got this with Snow White for their regular sale of $14.95 US dollars for one doll because their $10 sale had ended. I will give you guys a proper adult review, show you how to unbox, customize, and how to rebox. This doll is intended for children, so I'm not going to be anal about the quality. So here is the shape of the box. It's the same as all of the other Disney Store dolls this time around. Here's the bottom of her box. There's English and French because these dolls are sold in Canada and the US only. She also only has two pieces of clear tape right here at the top that I'm going to remove. Princess Aurora had the most tape on her entire box. Remember to leave these two pieces of tape here because that's what's keeping the lid closed. Make sure you're peeling the tape in a direction that will help to not rip this paperboard. Want to keep this box as nice as possible so that I can display the doll. Just make sure you open these plastic tabs very carefully so you don't rip the paperboard. Just like Snow White and Princess Aurora, her inner paperboard is not taped to the outer paperboard. So we're going to just slide her right out. I am going to cut off this Disney Store logo right here because I want the front of this box to be as clear as possible of all of this paperboard so that the focus can be on the doll. I'm going to open up this paperboard so that I can finish cutting this front area right here, and I'm going to lay it flat so that it's easier to cut. Just like Snow White, I'm just going to cut this entire top off because there's this like extra purple block right here which does not go with the rest of the design of the packaging. Make sure when you're cutting it, you just do it in one smooth line at one time, in one go, and that will yield the best results. And make sure you get it as perfect as you can on the first shot. You could use a pencil and a ruler, but in the end, you're still going to have to cut it out by hand unless you're using a paper cutter. The tabs from the sides of the box are showing. For me, that's okay. This teal or aqua color is like showing on the front of the box. in this tab right here, but it goes with the rest of the colors of the packaging. But if you want, you could like cut off this tab. So that's what's good about customizing this paperboard, is you can cut it in whatever style and shape that you want. Just make sure that you leave enough room here so that it can cover the bottom of the dress, but also keep the dress in place, and so that you can still put the plastic window tab back into this slot right here. The way that this doll is packaged is exactly like Aurora's and Snow White's. Cinderella does not have the tabs in her head, unlike Snow White and Aurora. Cinderella has the plastic cables right here at her waist like Princess Aurora. If I have like extra bendy wire, I can just use that to put this doll back into her box. Her hands are held in with an elastic to this plastic fastener. Her ankles are held in with this plastic cable here, which I'm going to leave because I need that to hold the doll and keep her in place in the box. Her shoes are held in with an elastic, so I can just take out that elastic. And I took out the paperboard here and the ring just so I can see what it looks like without it, and I think I like it better like this. She has this bendy wire here at the top, and all it is it's holding in her bun at the top here, underneath her bun. There's plastic circles here so that the paperboard doesn't rip from the tension and the pull of this plastic cable here, because it's really tight. There's 2 extra holes here, so if I wanted, I could put the bendy wire through these holes. Here are those plastic little circles, and they fell off, so I'm gonna keep this for later when I put her back in the box. And they're actually really cute. Seeing from like other reviews, the glass slippers looked kind of funny, and they are made out of like flexible vinyl. And I'm just going to slide her feet out of this because I want to keep that plastic cable. Here's what her feet look like with the slippers on, and they actually don't look as bad as I thought. I am going to have to repaint her face because I don't like her lip color. She's supposed to have red lips. And her hair is really good. I'm not going to touch this. I think this will be the only doll that I don't touch her hair. Here's her headband. It has an elastic in the back. Her head says Disney and China engraved into her sculpt. Light blue stud earrings. The headband is plastic cabled into her head, which I like because it will stay in place. The only thing about her hair I don't like is these bangs. I'm going to have to cut them and recurl them because these bangs just do not look accurate for the time period that the movie was made. Her bangs should look more 1940s and early 50s. The sleeves are beautiful. And just like other reviews said, that the sleeves, they kind of like stand up, which is more accurate to the movie. The color of the blue in her dress is pretty accurate to the movie. There is this glitter overlay, which I like, because Cinderella's dress in the movie is like sparkly and glittery. The front of her dress at the bodice is pointed down right here. And then these white, I think they're called butt pads, or like bustles or something. They look pretty good. They're like large enough to cover her behind. It looks like she's from London, and her underwear is painted blue. The glitter overlay has continued to the back of the dress, which is nice. All of the fabric on this doll is really good, considering the doll is $14.95. The gloves are also nice fabric. They're kind of stretchy. Honestly, this doll, even though she's like $14.95, her body is made out of sturdier plastic and vinyl than some other brands, which I'm not going to name. Her articulated elbows are very tight, and so is her wrists. They're very tight, so that's nice. And I got this doll because the gloves cover up her articulation, which I don't like. Articulation at the neck, shoulders, her elbows, her wrists, her hips. She has the bend and snap knees. Another thing I love about this Cinderella doll is that the skirt is really nice and full. I just placed all of these paperboard cutouts back into the box here, and I just like to keep it. I don't like to throw away anything. Because Cinderella's dress is so full and long, I can tuck all of these extra pieces into the box. So here's what Cinderella looks like back in her box. I'm just testing out to see what she would look like. All I did was use the plastic bendy wire to tie her bun back into the packaging, and then I slid her ankles into that plastic cable thing around her ankles, and she's pretty sturdy. You can see she's not moving around in the box. The glitter on these Disney Store dolls, they do not like rub off or fall off easily, so that's really good. Well, Cinderella has been cleaned up and I put her back in her box. I pushed up her sleeves so that they look closer to the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed this very magical Cinderella doll. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you in my next video.